Hello, writers. RJ Thesman here with more tips for your writing life. Today we're talking about the writer's schedule. And there are many ways that we can look at scheduling our writing, but I got a few more ideas from reading the book Deep Work by Newport. I highly suggest it. He talks about how the distractions of our lives have kept us from deep work, from that reflective thinking type of work that we used to be able to do so well. So I'm going to share with you a few of the suggestions that Cal has in his book. One type of schedule for your writing is the monastic philosophy. So think about monks, a world and a life with no distractions, with no extras, just no social media, no email, turning it all off, just focusing on the writing, and that's all. Another philosophy is called the bimodal philosophy, and that is where there's no distractions or interruptions for a particular period of time. So you set boundaries around, Friday mornings or Saturday evening or whatever works best for you. And during that time, nobody's allowed to bother you. You don't go anywhere. You don't do coffee with anyone, none of that stuff. So you just focus on the writing for that particular time. Then there's the rhythmic philosophy, which is where a lot of us are. You kind of have to find your own rhythm, for your writing, what works best for you. And Newport suggests in his book to make an X on the calendar when you have done your writing for that day. So that makes you feel like you've accomplished it, and that kind of sets up a pattern for the rhythm to continue. Then there's the journalistic philosophy, which a lot of us with little children have used. And so that's learning how to write whenever you have an opportunity. So you take the kids to soccer practice and you sit in the car and write while they're practicing. Or you take your kids to piano lessons, and while they're in there with piano lessons, you are writing. So you use whatever moments you have to write. Now, to be able to do that, you have to have a certain kind of a brain. So you have to kind of know yourself that you can just sit down and immediately write. And then there's another philosophy, which is called the grand gesture. And this is where you drop everything and you leave home and you go have a writing retreat, or you sign up for a residency or a fellowship and you just leave all the distractions behind. And during that time, you're in the hotel or the cabin or whatever, just writing. I like that method particularly for structuring a novel, so that I can really think deeply about the direction that I want it to go. Plus, it's just a lot of fun to get away and go someplace wonderful and beautiful. But then again, you have to pay the expenses for it unless you can have some patrons who will help you do that. So these are just some of the ideas for scheduling your writing time. Whatever you do, keep writing. Keep writing, because your words do matter.